Everything else around this relationship is dysfunctional, incompatible, maybe makes no sense whatsoever. It might even be toxic. That's messed up as me.
Nicole Kidman wasn't crying. She wasn't hiding. She wasn't even denying anything. Instead, she was walking confidently through the lobby of a Beverly Hills hotel when the whispers began. Because everyone had already seen those alleged private messages that just leaked. The texts weren't soft, emotional pleas. They were direct, controlled, and almost icy. According to insiders, Keith Urban was begging her to stop whatever she was planning. But Nicole had already made up her mind. This wasn't heartbreak. This was transformation. And if the messages are real, they reveal that Nicole is done protecting Keith and ready to take back her power in a way he never saw coming. Fans are calling it the most shocking power shift in a Hollywood marriage in over a decade. For years, Nicole played the supportive wife. She stood by Keith through rehab, scandals, and endless rumors. But something changed. Because these messages reportedly show Keith panicking about what Nicole might reveal next. One source claims he wrote something along the lines of, "You're going to ruin me," and Nicole simply replied that she was only telling the truth. Viewers, if you think this is just standard celebrity drama, think again. This is the unraveling of a brand, a legacy, and a marriage that once looked unbreakable. Before we go deeper, if you're already hooked and want to see how this ends, make sure you hit like and subscribe because what's coming next could flip Hollywood upside down.
Where is Keith Urban? Concerns have risen after he abruptly canceled his show last night. Could it be because Nicole Kidman is planning the ultimate revenge?
The messages allegedly began to circulate quietly in private group chats among industry insiders before suddenly being dropped into the public sphere. Multiple entertainment journalists hinted that Nicole never tried to suppress the information. Instead, she allegedly allowed certain details to surface, just enough to get people talking, but not enough to show her hand fully. And Keith? According to those close to him, he went into full panic mode, scrambling to get ahead of a story he didn't fully understand. Some believe this wasn't an accidental leak. It was a controlled strike. The tension between them reportedly started months ago, when Nicole began appearing solo at major industry events. People assumed she was simply working on new projects, but there was something far deeper happening behind the scenes. Insiders claim that Nicole had already hired attorneys to quietly review her joint assets with Keith. She was preparing, not reacting. The leaked texts line up with this timeline, suggesting that Keith suspected Nicole was making moves without informing him, and he allegedly demanded she stop setting the narrative. What really shook people was the controlled tone of Nicole's alleged responses. There were no emotional breakdowns or pleas to work things out. Instead, her messages read like someone who had already emotionally left the marriage long before anyone realized what was happening. One insider claims Keith wrote, "Please stop. This isn't just about us, it's about my career." To which Nicole allegedly responded, "Your career was never my responsibility." That line alone has been reposted across social media thousands of times, with fans calling it the most powerful revenge text ever sent.
Moved on, rumors are now coming in that Nicole is ready for some new men, how the Unlucky in Love actress is poised to unleash her inner beast by launching into a series of no-strings, toy boy, revenge romances.
Now, rumors say these leaks are just the beginning. There are whispers that Nicole is holding on to far more damaging information. Information that doesn't just affect Keith personally, but could impact his business partnerships, touring contracts, and industry standing. Insiders claim that for years, Nicole took the blame for certain tensions in their marriage, quietly absorbing the backlash while Keith maintained his good guy image. But now, according to these private texts, she's done staying silent. Fans online are taking sides, and the divide is growing quickly. Some are calling Nicole cold and calculated, saying she's trying to destroy Keith just as his career hits a vulnerable point. Others argue that this isn't revenge, it's justice. They believe Keith has been hiding behind charm and music while keeping secrets that Nicole has protected for years. Social media is on fire with debates, conspiracy theories, and timelines trying to piece together exactly when this marriage truly began to fall apart. Music analysts are even starting to dissect Keith's recent performances. In his latest live show, viewers noticed his voice shook during the emotional ballads, and he avoided making eye contact with the crowd. Fans claimed his energy was off, and some believe he had already seen the first wave of leaks before stepping on stage. One source claims Keith is desperately trying to do damage control behind the scenes, allegedly begging Nicole not to go public with the full story.
Messed Up As Me is it's a song about a relationship that has one really, really good part about it. That's Messed Up As Me.
Nicole, on the other hand, has never looked more confident. At recent events, she has been described as glowing, peaceful, and completely unbothered. This contrast has driven speculation that Nicole has already emotionally processed the end of this marriage and is now focusing solely on protecting her image, her children, and her legacy. According to insiders, she reportedly told a close friend that she spent years being afraid of how the truth would affect Keith, but she's not afraid anymore. What really sent the internet into a frenzy was the connection to Maggie Baugh's song, Fight This Feeling. Fans believe the lyrics mirror Nicole's emotional journey, and rumors escalated that Maggie may have drawn inspiration from private conversations within Nicole's circle. Keith is reportedly furious about this interpretation, with some claiming he believes Nicole allowed the lyrics to blow up online just to intensify the narrative against him. Whether that's true or not, the internet is running with it. Legal experts are now weighing in, saying the content of these alleged texts could indicate the early stages of a very public, very expensive divorce battle. It's believed that Nicole has already secured top-tier legal representation known for aggressive strategies. The messages hint at financial disclosures, intellectual property disputes, and even custody matters being brought into the light. Keith reportedly fears that his reputation is at risk, not just as an artist, but as a husband and father.
She's open to a string of fun, no-string romances.
Industry insiders have noted that Keith recently began pulling out of public appearances, canceling interviews, and rescheduling promotional events. His team reportedly claims it's due to scheduling conflict, but fans aren't convinced. Some believe Keith is preparing a public statement, while others think he's waiting to see what Nicole's next move will be before he speaks. Meanwhile, Nicole is moving forward with new film projects and high-profile campaigns, appearing entirely unaffected. One friend allegedly close to Nicole described the leaked texts as only a preview of what's coming, stating that if Keith tries to discredit Nicole or paint her in a negative light, she's prepared to release everything. That word, everything, has now gone viral. Is it just emotional language, or is Nicole holding on to evidence that could shatter Keith's carefully curated public image? The fact that no denial has been issued by either party only adds fuel to the fire. In these private messages, Keith reportedly pleads with Nicole to stop the rumors before they spiral, worrying not only about public reaction, but the impact on his endorsements and partnerships. For years, Keith's image has been built on consistency, humility, and loyalty. If Nicole goes forward with what she allegedly knows, that image could be shattered, and Keith seems well aware of that. Fans are now speculating that Keith is willing to sacrifice public sympathy if it means keeping certain truths buried. As the story continues to unravel, Hollywood insiders are preparing for a potential media explosion. Some believe Nicole may schedule a major interview to address everything in her own words for the first time in years. Others say she might never speak at all, that her silence is the statement, and that the private leaks will do the talking for her. What's clear is that the control has shifted. Keith is reacting. Nicole is leading. This is no longer just a Hollywood marriage story. It's a full-scale narrative war. Every day, more clips, rumors, and anonymous sources appear online, adding fuel to the rising tension. Fans are refreshing pages, waiting for the next leak, and people close to both stars are reportedly terrified about what might surface next. The question on everyone's mind is no longer, are they divorcing? It's, what is Nicole about to reveal next? And why is Keith begging her to stop? If the rumors are true, if these private texts are part of a bigger plan, then this may go down as one of the most calculated power plays in celebrity history. Nicole isn't just ending a marriage, she may be rewriting the story of who Keith Urban really is. and audiences around the world are watching every move, waiting for the next revelation that could shake Hollywood to its core. This story is only getting started, and trust me, you do not want to miss what comes next. If you think Nicole should go public with everything, or if you believe Keith still has a chance to save it all, let your voice be heard in the comments. Make sure you hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and like this video so you're the first to know when the next round of secrets drop, because the truth is coming, and it will change everything.